Welcome back to Monday's video here, guys, at Barham Engines. First of all, mate, how are you feeling?
Not too bad now.
No?
Didn't have a great weekend though.
What was the matter?
Had the old stomach bug, sickness bug.
Oh, caught it off the better half?
Yeah.
No
yeah,
good.
Wasn't very fun. Had a little relapse this morning.
Oh, really?
Mainly because I've, you know, when you do the old brushing the tongue, and brushing your teeth.
Not a great idea, mate, when you've had the old ichnos bug.
Probably wasn't
Brushing the tongue, I don't do that at the best of times. Bloody hell.
So
nasty
all right
business.
now. Not too bad. No appetite though.
Withering away. Nothing like a good stomach bug to shed a few pounds.
I was going to say, I've already lost 2 kilos.
Down to his fighting weight. Yeah, my weekend was alright. Bit wet yesterday, wasn't it? Had a bit of a lazy...
I was inside.
I was inside. A lazy day yesterday. Chilled out on the sofa.
Lovely.
Oh, nice. But yeah. So, I'm cracking on with the Zetec.
Oh, you have been.
So, just plonk the rocker cover on for a moment, just to show you what it's going to look like. And the idea of this little setup, where was this from?
Retro Ford.
Retro Ford. So the idea of this, so you get the sump, like you explained in the last video, to make it rear-wheel drive.
I think it's a bit shorter, so it helps when you're going rear-wheel drive.
Does it?
Subframes and things, I think.
Cast alley rocker cover. A few of the bits and bobs. Makes it look like the old BDA, doesn't it? Makes it look a bit more period in a Mark II or Mark 1 Escort.
Styles it up a bit, doesn't it?
Bloody lovely that is. So I've just plonked that on for a moment. Obviously we've got to do the vernier timing and what have you. Just plonk these on. We're missing the dowels.
Oh,
we got the original cams?
I don't think we've got them.
I might have to make some dowels then, that's fine. Right. So just put the water pump on.
Yep.
Just missing a bolt there. Trying to find. We never took all this off, you see. Oh, John's struggling with the cylinder headed through there. So yeah, I've been cracking on with this, mate. Obviously the head's on, torque down.
Yep.
Just got to get the sump on, belt on and all that, haven't we? And this will be done then.
Yeah.
Get that done this week. We've got another Cosworth coming next week.
Lovely.
Big power jobby.
Will it be? Yeah.
Apparently.
Nice.
Apparently it's been built. And I don't know whether it's even run, but it was quite a few years ago. He wants it all checked and specced up. Bit of the old Barham magic on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have you been doing today?
Been doing some guides on a little motorbike head. What else have I been doing? Not a lot else. I had to vapor blast it and
Thrown up in the car park, all that.
No, not quite.
Yeah, you've been stripping you finished stripping the Transit then? Talk through that, the last one. We've ordered the engine kit. Very reasonable, aren't they, the engine kits for these?
Yeah, not too bad. And they come quick,
They do, yeah. So we've got oversized pistons, just give it a rebore as a matter of course, although the bores are quite good. So standard stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Turn that round, out the door. We've got another motor similar to that, I think, coming, haven't we?
Yeah, or is that that's a wet belt one though, isn't it?
Oh, it's a 2 litre, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit of a nasty one.
Not great. Be interested to see that though, because I haven't seen a full engine for the old wet belt. So where are we at the moment? Let me think. May as well go on about the warranty jobs we've got at the moment. We have a little spell of the old warranty jobs. A lot of people who watch the channel think that we're inundated with warranty jobs. We're actually not though, are we?
No.
Bear in mind, we turn around a lot of work. I mean, the engines are one thing, but we do a lot of engines and partial engines, and a warranty can be anything from a blooming oil leak to something major. So we like to put it on the channel just to show the whole, I suppose, the whole from start to finish through the warranty procedure, and also to show the problems. And it's interesting because we've had quite a lot in the past when we've mentioned a warranty issue. We've had people commenting, and just from the comments or emails that we get, we've managed to sort of get a sort of idea from elsewhere, and it's turned out to be something that they've maybe helped us with. So handy, really, putting it on the channel. So if we think back to last year, did I go on about this, the Cosworth for Kyle recently?
I don't know.
I think I went on about something about the forums. That was something to do with it,
that was about that long stud.
Oh, was it?
Studding thing, I think.
Well, anyway. Yeah, so last year, probably 18 months ago, yeah, July it was, we did an engine for a Cosworth for a lad up north, Kyle. And we did 2 or 3 videos because we were having issues with that, burning oil, using oil and smoking, basically. So we had the engine back. I'll actually put a link to the video where we had the engine back last October. I'll put that down in the description so you can have a little look. Towards the end of the video it is. So we had it back in October, took it completely to bits and could see nothing wrong with it, could we?
No, not really. It all looked pretty good.
Nothing at all, really.
Yeah.
The bores looked absolutely perfect. It looked like, to me, it didn't look glazed. It looked like it had actually run in quite well.
All measured up perfect.
Measured up perfect. We checked the rings, checked the ring gaps, all good. They were the Marla original pistons, as we always use, bore to 0.5. So as a matter of course, I deglazed the bores, put another set of rings in it. Just while we were at it, I thought it's not going to do any harm.
Well, if it's a part, you might as well. So.
Exactly, just to eliminate maybe a potential ring issue, although the rings look perfect. So this has been going on now since last October. Well, actually, before that, I think he informed us at about 200 miles that the car had done, that it was using oil, and I was a bit suspect because usually when you build these Cossies, there ain't never any problem after that.
No.
With oil consumption. It might use a tiny bit to start with, but usually when you've done them, you can get away with murder on them. So yeah, I was a bit suspect. But since last October, since Carl's had it back, we've had numerous phone calls. He's been good as gold, to be fair. But obviously, from me inspecting the engine, as far as I was concerned, there was nothing wrong with that engine.
Yeah.
So Kyle and I have chatted about breather system, turbochargers. He's since put 2 cores in the turbo he's got. The turbo's never actually gone to a company, I don't think, to be checked, but he's had 2 cores. No, but he says that they're absolutely fine. They're brand new cores, so and they're not cheapies. They're good ones from Turbo Performance. And he's still having the problem. He's now done, I think in October he'd done 1,500 miles. So you would have thought he'd be running by then. Yeah. But since then, I don't know how many miles he's done. He doesn't use it too often. But basically, we've got to the point now where he's still having the problem. And he's obviously getting a bit frustrated with it, which is completely understandable. But very confusingly, and the reason I'm putting it on here is because we gave him the permission recently to take it to PJ Motorsport for them to do a cylinder leakage test, compression test, have a look at the breather, all the rest of it, bits external to the engine. They said it passed all the tests fine, couldn't find anything else. So as far as they were concerned at that point, it was non-conclusive what the problem was.
Yeah.
Since then, I think Kyle's convinced that it's an engine issue, so I said to him, well, I'll give you the permission to take the cylinder head off if you want, send it up to CTM, get a 3rd set of eyes on it. Don't hurt, does it?
No.
Because at that time he was worried that maybe it was coming down past the guides. Even he said himself, I'm convinced it's nothing to do with the bottom end. But weirdly, since he's took the head off, he says that the bores are very rough. Now, he's took it to a local engine builder or an engine reconditioner, Oldham Engines, apparently. And he gave me a phone call earlier when he was there. So I spoke to the guy, Tom, from the engineering place, and Kyle. And they said the bores look rough. They look a bit like as if you'd bored it but not honed it. You can run your nails up and it's a bit rough. That's what they said.
That's weird.
Which is very weird because it never left here like that in October.
No, the bores all looked fine. It was smooth and had a good cross hatch in them.
Oh yeah, it looked fine. But I just, as I say before, I put rings. I just run the deglazer down to clean them up, but they look fine. And if you have a look in that video, you'll see how nice the bores look. But he's saying there's rough, so I don't know what's caused that. Whether that's a problem.
It sounds fuel-y, doesn't it? Really.
Well,
in my head,
could
anyway.
be. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking the rings, seeing what they're like. But the weird thing is, you see, it was okay at October.
Yeah.
But it had done 1,500 miles then, and it was playing up before that. So has something caused it? I don't know. But I've told him we're going to need that motor back, aren't we?
Well, we are really. So,
he was on about taking it to Oldham Engines, getting them to do. But since then, I need the engine back. We need to have a look at it and see what's going on, really.
Yeah, we do.
Some people's idea of bad bores are different to others, but you know, I'm assuming at this point that they are pretty bad. But
it looked a little bit rough from the pictures, didn't it? But
yeah,
it still sort of had a crosshatch. And
it did, yeah. It's really weird that, but yeah. So hopefully in the next week or so we should have that back, and we'll see what's going on there. But it's a little bit weird, isn't it? Don't normally have any issues from the Cosies like that.
No.
So
fine.
That's that one. Another one. Now you moan about us never having a customer's vehicle after the engine is done. Do they run these engines that we build? You never usually see them, do you? We've got a lovely little vehicle here, mate, with an engine in that we've done recently. So if you remember the last Morris Minor engine you did?
Yep, that's it.
Well, this is the vehicle that it's in. And as you can see, what a lovely example, isn't it?
It is. It's a beautiful little car.
Apparently it had a restoration. He bought it from, the chap that owns it now, bought it from a guy that had the restoration done just over 20 years ago, wasn't it? 2002?
Yeah.
About when you were born.
Literally, yeah.
And now look at the paint. It's absolutely
it's
immaculate.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Yeah, really, really nice. Interior's lovely. Very
Smells
nice.
good.
Yeah, smells
Nice smell.
smells proper, doesn't it? Now, how'd you open these bonnets then? Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, hello. Edit that one out. There's the motor, mate. Looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Looks very nice. Very clean, very tidy. Runs nice and smooth. Customer said it's a lot better than before.
Yeah.
Said it's a lot more punchy, torquey down the bottom of the revs and pulls better. Is this a 1 litre? 1,000, isn't it?
1098.
Is it 1098?
Yeah.
But it's got a
1098
12.
bottom end,
It's got a 1275 head on, which is apparently a mod they do.
Yep.
So the customer insisted we did that. Only thing you got to do is mod the top of the block. So where the valves, obviously, because the heads are bigger and the valves are bigger, you've got to put a pocket in for the exhaust valve. Is that right?
Yeah. So we did that, didn't we?
We've pocketed that. Yes, we pocketed the block. It's got a 1275 cylinder head and gasket. So it's one of those where it's a known thing, but it's a compromise, isn't it?
It is.
Why is it in here, you ask? While we're on the warranty subject, we have a little oil leak, don't we?
And a little bit of a coolant leak.
A little bit of a coolant leak. Apart from that, it's fluid tight.
Yeah, very fluid tight. Other than that.
So
it's hard to see.
Do we know where it's coming from, mate?
I think there is a coolant leak down the front of the head here, near that little blue hose.
So that blue hose goes from the cylinder head to
the water pump.
Does it? We reckon it may be leaking from there, or the front
Well,
of the head?
I think going off, because it's been back already, hasn't it, this engine?
Yeah.
With gasket issues.
Yeah, it had a
Payne
fibre head gasket on, which in fairness, the holes just didn't line up anything like what they should.
They weren't great, no.
So this now has got a copper head gasket on it, which is a lot better, isn't it?
It's a lot better in terms of alignment and holes and all that, but I still suspect it might be leaking from around there.
Maybe.
But because of that 1275 head and it's a 1275 gasket on a 1098 block,
it don't line up great, does it?
To find something that does line up.
Yeah, I think so.
The problem is that the firing is way too close to one of the coolant holes on the block.
Ah, right, okay.
You can't do anything about that.
No. But with the old gasket on, the water was coming up the studs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that one was a lot worse.
But we've eliminated that issue now.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got a potential oil leak from the side cover.
Which
the tappet cover.
I think he's had off because he said to me he's putting different ones on there or something.
Right.
But either way, they've got a what do you call it, cork gasket on there, but they had
They
a
had
rubber
gas.
one on.
Rubber. Well, they reckon rubber's the upgrade, don't
Yeah.
they? So I wonder why he's put.
Well, we put rubber on, and
Right.
but I don't know.
Well, we'll clean it all off. We'll give it a run and see if we can get to the bottom of the little leaks. But oil leaks, water leaks. You only got to get one little one. And these days, it's worse with the old classic stuff that we do because no one expects them to leak ever again.
Yeah.
And they never were like that originally, were they?
No.
So,
It's the trouble.
but we've got to do our best.
Yeah.
So we will brake cleaner it all off and start again.
They're only little leaks, really. It's like weeps, but it's ideally we would.
There's the man who's going to be looking at it, running off there quickly. Look.
Yeah. Ideally, we should try and seal them up best we can.
But it's a lovely car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely car.
And as I say, probably in the next video when we're having a look at it, we'll get it running. And
Yeah.
so yeah, they do actually run when they leave here now and again, and they don't all come back. They're not all yo-yos.
No, they're not.
But I think on that note, mate, we'll call it a day. Till Wednesday's video. Have a great evening. Thanks, guys.